And there's the man, the Treddy himself.
You're from Jamaica, you're from Germany, you're from the qualifiers, you're from the camper driving around Europe. You come through. You were very emotional after beating Lleyton Hewitt on a big show court here at Wimbledon. Take us through what was going through your mind when you finally finished the match.
Well, yeah, there was a lot going through my mind. I was actually very surprised, you know, just to when the point was actually over. I mean, it's never over until the last point is played. In the third set, being so close, being up 3-1 serving and putting in a good first serve, I thought, and Lleyton, you know, came up with the shots there. A couple very great returns in front of my feet. I couldn't pick them up anymore. And I guess then it helped that I played against Lleyton, just to say, whatever happens, maximum 2 more hours out here, just fight it out, and hopefully I'll get the W. And yeah, I played a great fourth set, and I'm very happy.
You did a great job of mixing up your game today, coming forward, cracking, chipping. Was that the strategy, to really mix it up and come forward as much as possible?
Well, that's, most of you guys have probably not seen, but that's my game. I've always played like this. I was taught to play like this, and not all the courts suit this type of play. Of course, more difficult to do on a clay court. You can do it indoors or on hard courts, but the grass is feeling great out there, and I'm very happy that I can play like this.
Wimbledon fans who remember the serve and volley era would have loved to see your performance. Do you have any idea, Dustin, how many times you served and volleyed today?
Probably the whole time, maybe stayed back 3 or 4 times.
118 serve and volley points.
Old schoolers will be happy about that.
There are entire quarters of the draw that don't have 118 serve and volley points. But that's just come naturally to you, the way you play?
Yeah, I always try to go in, and to be honest, I mean, Lleyton's a great baseline and everything. I mean, what am I doing behind the baseline rallying with him? I mean, that's not my game. It wasn't my game against Garcia Lopez. It wasn't my game in the qualies, and I got to play my tennis and have them beat me at my game. I mean, if I play from the back, that's their game. That's what they're bringing to the table, and I'm going to the net. That's what I bring to the table.
You came in ranked 189. Your best result was 1 finals of a challenger. How much confidence did playing 3 matches in the qualies and then that first round win, did that give you that relaxation where you were today?
Yeah, of course, it helped a lot. I mean, it was I wanted to play on the grass as soon as possible. I went to the Nottingham Challenge, got very unlucky, and was out of the main draw twice, so seeded once and won in Qs. And I mean, then you got to go 3 matches again, and all these guys can play. So I lose twice in qualies. I was totally finished, and I went back to Germany, stayed with a few friends, had a barbecue just to take my head off it, and said, okay, I'll go back to Wimbledon and we'll start new. And it's, to be honest, I think it was really good that I played Qs and I got through it.
Your background's kind of unique. Your dad's Jamaican, your mom is German. You represented Jamaica, now Germany. But talk about your life as a tennis player and how it led to the moments at the end of the match when you did it. As you said in the press conference, you cried like a little girl. No, those are your words, but the journey here to this moment has to contribute to how this is going to happen, right?
Yeah, of course, everything. I mean, it's been really tough for, what to say. I mean, my parents weren't the richest parents. They tried, of course, as much as possible to support my dream to play tennis. The last thing that they did is buy me the camper to give me the chance to play at least futures. And, I mean, if you win or lose, I mean, that was on me, but they never wanted to have the feeling that, sooner or later when I get older, I'm going to say, it didn't work because you guys didn't have any money or anything. So they put everything out there. They got the camper for me. Still remember the prize money, $117.50 the dollars. First round at a 10,000 future.
Do you know your prize money today for making the 3rd round? Any idea what it is?
A little bit over 60, I think.
97,000 US dollars.
97 USK.
You made 60-some thousand for the whole year coming in. So today you made 160% of your prize money.
Did you look at your draw now, to where you're going?
I didn't get a chance yet, to be honest. I mean, I came in the locker room and everyone just, oh my God, do you see what happened? Your draw opened up, everybody pulled out, and after I won the first set, I looked at it today before the match, and I saw it would have been Isner or Mannarino, and I saw that I won all, that he retired, and I was like, Mannarino in the 3rd round, it's, like I said, you don't have to win the match, but that's the draw you want, I mean, Big Johnny, I mean, he showed on this court a couple times already what he can do, and either way, it's a difficult match. It's not going to count for what I did today. It's going to be a fresh match. And, I mean, we played a couple of weeks ago in the Sarajevo Challenger against each other.
The final of the Challenger.
Definitely less money, less points, and, we'll see what happens.
Dustin, we just saw on center court watching Tsonga get a visit from the trainer after the 2nd set with Gulbisser, 1 set all. You've come from the locker room, and I know you're focused on your big win, but what is the talk in the locker room and around this tournament? Injuries, slippage, that's been a huge story today.
I actually haven't heard why someone got injured or what happened. I only saw that, or someone told me that John must have hit a serve at foil. He came down on the knee and popped or whatever. I
There's
don't
been a number
really
of
know what.
injuries and slipping.
Yeah,
Guys
I
are
saw
slipped
that,
in the
but-
court where you played.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it's a little slippery in the middle, but for me, it's a little different. They're all playing from the back. I'm going in, so I'm going to be slipping around more anyways because I'm going in. The guys are playing against my feet, so I slip around most of the time, so it doesn't really, I'm not that far behind the baseline that it affected me. Of course, I saw that a couple spots in there. Leighton got me a couple times where he played against the foot and I slipped on important points, but, I mean, it's grass. Same thing on clay. It's slippery. You got to deal with it.
He
somehow.
tweeted me like last night. He wants me to come up with a nickname. I haven't come up with a nickname, so I must work on that this afternoon. You tweeted me a little bit, so we will work on that.
Got a nickname ready for round 3?
Yeah, well, he 97,000. He's can buy some gas for that camper, no problem.
We needed some good news today after all the injuries and the pullouts, and you become a story at Wimbledon from the camper, trying to get a few bucks and some points in the challengers. Dustin Brown headed for the 3rd round at Wimbledon, a nice
Looking
payday.
for a spot in
Keep
the
it
second
going, my
week.
friend. Keep it going.
Fun to watch.
We'll come back.